Now, if you are a recruitment agency in 2026, I'm going to show you how you can use Claude Code to completely do personalized outbound business development for you on autopilot, right? And you can set this up to scan jobs every single day, create highly bespoke personalized messages and send them off to your ideal prospects completely for you. It's insane. It's changing the game. It's honestly, in a lot of places, replacing clay and these sorts of tools that are very expensive to run on a monthly basis. And you can use tools like Claude Code to build agents and systems to do this for you. So if you don't know who I am, obviously I'm Harry Latos. I am the founder of Acquired, our B2B marketing agency, where we help recruitment agencies mainly book sales calls with ideal prospects that are hiring or have just received fundraising and looking to hire teams. So let's dive straight into this without further ado. Let's just go, for example, and put in some jobs, right? Let's just put in a sales development representative as a job, okay? What we're going to do is just find one ideal job that you sort of recruit for. So if I go to jobs, let's just take this one at Twilio, a sales, digital sales representative. Let's say this is the job that is of interest, right? So we've got the job opening here, and maybe you have candidates that fit this criteria. Right, here's what you would want to do if that is the case with Claude Code. We would simply take this URL string, go into Claude Code, and I'm going to drag this over to my screen, so you should be able to see this here. And I will give Claude Code a prompt saying I want to create a custom outreach system to reach out to 20 companies hiring positions similar to this. Right, I'll put in SDRs, research who the hiring manager is of the company, and create them a completely custom outreach message, to get them to book a meeting with us. In terms of finding them the ideal candidate for this role. Use the job description to create a personalized email/message. Okay, so this is the prompt that I've put into Claude Code here. If you want access to these prompts, then you can just message me on LinkedIn or join my free school community below, where we will give access to all of this away. But simply, as you can see, Claude Code is what it's going to do is start to basically build agents to do this sort of stuff for us. So if I go back to Chrome now, what Claude Code will be doing is actually looking at these web pages, right? So you can see it's fetching this data, it's calculating it for us, and it's going to allow us to build a list of similar lookalike companies that are all hiring for very similar positions to this, and obviously create the custom outreach for us. And then we can put that into our sending tool. Maybe it's HeyReach, or maybe even want to send the messages manually. You can absolutely do that. But all of the job of this heavy lifting and the deep research is done for you using Claude Code, right? So you can see it's finding a lot of companies now. It's doing all of this for us. It's actually going to check our Airtable setup. So it's setting up the backend infrastructure for us completely on autopilot as well. So we're just going to let this run, and I'm going to share with you what the results look like in just a second. So as you can see in that time, we've actually built a list of 20 companies that are very good fit based off the job posting I've given it, right? So it scraped 20 SDR job postings from LinkedIn with the full job descriptions. Now we have agents going out to research these hiring managers in batches. 2 agents, each doing 10 calls to find who the hiring managers of these specific positions are. So then we can obviously track this in our system that it's going to build for us, and then create personalized outreach messages to these companies. So once again, everything is hand off here. It is doing this completely for us. This is with no extra costs, no extra scrapers, no APIs to put in. It's much more simple to use than the previous ways of doing this, using such as Apify, Clay, etc. It's much easier just to use Claude Code. So I'll let Claude Code run again with these agents researching these hiring managers, and let's see what we get back in just a minute. So as we can see, the agents have now finished their work. It's set up Airtable tracking as well, and it is working on these outreach messages. So it's going to create them in 2 batches, once again using agents to do this. So all of this, like I say, has literally been done hands off. I could be cracking on with other tasks whilst it's doing this in the background. So let's actually see what outreach messages it produces for us, and I'll show you exactly how we can set that up in our outbound campaigns to do this messaging completely automated for us. From start to finish, you can probably create a campaign like this in literally under 10 minutes, and it's going to be running for you all night autopilot, generating opportunities and conversations with those leads in your ICP. So let's see what outreach messages Claude comes back with and see if we need to tweak them at all. So it's already added the first 10 records of the personalized outreach to Airtable. So what I'm going to do is pull up Airtable now so we can see what the actual messages that have been created are. So you can see this is all the data that has been added so far. It's just working on the next 10, but we have the company that's hiring, the hiring manager title, the hiring manager's LinkedIn profile, the location of the job, the salary range, the job description, the key requirements, and the personalized message by the looks of it in its entirety. Right, so let's read an example and show you exactly what it looks like. Obviously you can tailor this, you can give it more prompting, the more input you give it and knowledge bases on your company, the better, right? But this is going to automate everything end to end. So let's take a look at an example. This is, hi Philip, I saw Webflow's looking for SDRs to be among the first hires in the SF office. It's not just an SDR hire, that's a culture setting hire. The person you bring in will shape how the team operates. So maybe they're opening an office in San Francisco, and this is the first hire they're looking to make. Finding someone with a proven outbound pipeline experience who is also the type of person who thrives as an early team member, self-directed, high energy, and builder mentality is different search than filling a standard SDR seat. We've placed founding SDR hires at scaling SaaS companies before and understand what profile actually succeeds in that environment. Happy to share 2 to 3 candidates who fit both the skill and culture requirements. 15 minutes to align on what you're looking for, right? And you can see all of these are completely custom to each prospect. It's not a template, it's not drag and drop template. And by the way, I haven't even given it a template. With the training you can put into Claude Code, you can make this output so much better. As you can see, boom, another batch of 10 has just been dropped in. So if I go back to Claude Code, that has probably taken in total 5 minutes. All right, so if you have this agent running pretty much all day, you can be creating a huge amount of outreach, hyper personalized to these prospects, and it all just comes from how to use Claude Code properly, right? And you can obviously turn this into more of an operating system as well, where then I could say, okay, turn this into a job that runs at 9 a.m. every single day and scrapes the latest jobs for SDRs and creates personalized messages to the hiring managers, right? And you can see the hiring managers are basically exactly what we're looking for. So we've got VP of Sales, Director of Sales, VP of Sales, Head of Sales, and then we have good leads as well, the Head of Sales FinTech, Head of Growth, CRO, VP of Revenue. These are all the right people we want to reach out to, and Claude Code has done this all for us, right? So everyone's saying, you know, use OpenClaw and all of these things. I personally am a big believer that Claude Code is going to be the best bet, especially if you're outbound. Then what you could do simply here is literally just export this as a CSV file, put it into your automation tool like HeyReach, for example, and it'll be automatically contacting these leads with a fully outbound message without you lifting a finger. And all you have to do is respond to the leads that are getting back to you. So if you're a bit confused on how to set this up for you and you want a subject matter expert in Claude Code and outbound who will be able to run these campaigns for you and book you qualified sales meetings with your ideal prospects, then book a call with us below. I'm going to leave my link in the description and we'll walk you through exactly how we do this for you from A to Z to be sending hundreds, if not thousands of messages like this on a daily and weekly basis to the right companies that are hiring for the positions that you're looking for. If you think that sounds interesting, please book a call with us below and I look forward to speaking to you. Take care.